Yo, what's good with y'all? Today we have Law and Crime, YNW Melly, jury breaks silence, reveals guilty votes. What's these guilty votes? I remember I saw rumors. It was 11 not guilty, or like none not guilty, and one guilty. I didn't even find that true because all the evidence that was thrown at him, it paints him at the crime scene. I mean, I like his music and all, but he did that, man. We about to get into this video.
We'll reach a unanimous decision. So at this time, what I'm going to do is just declare mistrial.
Yelling, chaos, explosions of anger. Just a few ways a juror in YNW Melly's double murder trial described deliberations that ended in a deadlock.
Dude, that whole trial, he was smiling and laughing like his life wasn't on the line. I didn't get that. I feel like he do have a mental issue. And what I just heard from that, it sounded like one of them jurors was paid off.
Thanks for joining us here on Law and Crime. I'm Anjanette Levy. A juror in YNW Melly's double murder trial has spoken to a local TV station in Florida. Melly, whose legal name is Jamel Demons, faces 2 counts of first-degree murder.
I thought his real name was like Jamel Demons, but it's Demons. Okay.
In the October 2018 deaths of his 2 friends, Chris Thomas Jr. and Anthony Williams, who went by YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser. The jury deliberated for a little more than 16.
Y'all think the truth will come out? Like, you think, like, I would say, like, if he get, like, 50, 60 years old, like, he finally tell the truth of what happened. Because, I mean, he already gonna say he didn't do it, but the way that the evidence looked, he did that.
Hours before telling Judge Murphy a second time that they couldn't reach a verdict. Now a juror has described deliberations to local10.com. There was one juror who had issues with the foreperson from day one, the juror said, at one point folding her arms and saying, "Done."
I can't lie, during the whole trial, I thought this prosecutor wasn't going out there. But as, 2-3 weeks go by, she began putting Melly in, like, a tight box.
The former juror described this juror as saying, "She was there to cause chaos. It's something we're never going to forget. We were all shaking at the end." Local 10 says the juror told them the woman seemed determined to acquit Melly from day one. The former juror recalled the...
You don't think she got paid off? Ain't no way. Day one, she came in and she started starting stuff. Chaos, as they said, and they won't forget that. She has something to do with this.
Woman said during voir dire that she could put her feelings aside about past experiences with the legal system. But the juror said that became clear that she couldn't during deliberations. The juror said another juror asked the woman to not shut down and to set her feelings aside.
Yeah, you're not supposed to put your feelings into a jury. You're supposed to go off of, like, what the evidence being presented to you.
Then the woman exploded. She was explosive, manipulative. She was rude. She yelled insults at anyone who had a different opinion. The juror told the website on the last day of deliberations they seemed ready to convict Melly of manslaughter by a vote of 11-1.
$11-1? Yeah, she saved him, man. This lady saved him.
Then the woman pulled 2 other jurors aside and brought them to her side. She came over and announced to the group that they had changed their minds, but when another juror asked why she was speaking for them, she exploded. That
She have a lot of personal issues, man.
explosion included insults and gay slurs directed at the juror who questioned her. The former juror decided to speak up after learning that Melly's mom, Jamie King, posted on social media.
Dang. So I've seen this right here because I follow his mom, but wait, she didn't post it on Instagram, did she? I don't remember, but I seen this from somewhere. That's what I seen. 11 not guilty, and 9 not guilty, and 3 guilty. That couldn't be true when I saw this. It say 9 not guilty, 3 guilty. It was a mistrial. My son would be home. No, he not.
That the vote was 9-3 for a not guilty verdict. That's just not true, the juror is quoted as saying. I don't want someone out there changing my vote. You tell a lie enough and it becomes the truth. The former juror said it was 9-3 to convict Melly. Melly will be back in court this Friday as his lawyers asked the court.
He gonna need all the praise he can get, man. How y'all feel about this second trial? I feel like this second trial he gonna get convicted because the prosecutors they gonna know how to present that case, and it's like I feel like the defense not gonna have like anything to say at all.
To allow them to depose, once again, Detective Mark Moretti, the lead detective on the case. The defense has made Moretti one of their main targets, claiming he botched the investigation. Jury selection and
How is it botched though? Ballistics don't tell any lies, and she was beaten with science.
Melly's retrial is scheduled to begin October 2nd, the same day as his co-defendant, Cortland Henry.
Oh, y'all think they gonna put both of them on the same trial? Me personally, if I think they gonna be on the same trial, they both done. That they can't blame each other. Oh, Melly did it. Oh, Boyle did it. Because the jury will be like, oh, both of them lying. Like, if y'all enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social medias. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace.